Hello everyone and welcome to Total War Official Channel. I am your host, DogButCA, or DogButCA something best player in Total War history, blah blah blah. And I'm joined by Andy Hall, Lore Master Extraordinaire.
Yes,
going to be
allegedly.
co-hosting with me.
I am.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, there's loads of people that like Warhammer.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lore Masters out there. Maybe you have to put you in a room and make you fight, see which one comes out alive.
Yeah, well, I'm a Skaven player, so...
So what does that mean? I mean, you're going to you stab them on the back before
I'll be
you
the
get
last
there.
one in, and then I'd attack everyone in the back, I reckon.
Well, I'd watch that. I won't lie.
Yeah.
So today, well, not really Skaven-esque. We're going to be playing as a LizardMen, and
Yes.
we're going to be playing as Lord MazdaMundi. So yesterday we played as Krotgar, and we smashed a lot of Skaven. And we then smashed a lot of High Elves, which is tradition at the moment, on both our trailers and in our gameplay at the moment. So...
They're powerful, honestly.
Yeah, I was having a chat with Oscar about it. Just like, they're a lot better than people think. So
they really are.
Yeah, well, we're going to be having some more stuff with them soon, so you're going to be seeing that. I'm trying to work out when our Scream schedule says it is, but we have them coming up soon, and I believe I'm playing one of them, which will be quite fun. So we're going to be playing as Lord MazdaMundi. He is, well, tell me all about Lord MazdaMundi.
Okay, so he's a second-generation Slan. So basically the oldest living Slan. I mean, there are technically older ones, but they're dead. That doesn't stop them playing in Warhammer.
Yeah, I've heard that. Their spirits are so strong, but they're still
they
fighting.
cling to the bones. Yeah, and we may even see one a bit later today.
All right.
And Lord MazdaMundi's come to a kind of a conclusion in that actually enough sleeping, enough kind of being in a trance, and let's just commit genocide.
Well, it does seem to be the Total Warhammer way.
Yeah.
There can only be one race at the end of it. So let's have a look at a bit of his initial challenge and faction effects. Initial challenge is easy. So in this, right now it's on hard, but on I've got a save game, so we're gonna have a look at the early game for MazdaMundi, then we're gonna jump about 30 turns up where I've cleared up a bit. Diplomatic relations of all of a faction, -10. Does he not get on well with others?
No, because he wants to basically eliminate them all, or put all the elves on the island, or the Kanks, as they like to call them in Saurian, on the island. Mm-hmm. Basically, all for one. But he makes no distinction between Dark Elves and High Elves. He just sees them as basically the wine bearers of the old ones, and they should all live on the island.
Yeah.
And pretty much everyone else should be destroyed. That's
nice chap.
Well, it's intransigent, isn't it? This is his view of the great plan. And, that is it, really.
Okay, well, along that, he also has -50 construction to Star Chamber buildings. His right costs are only -50%. Yeah. He gets extra Slan Mage Priests +1, and Lord Effects -50 upkeep to Temple Guard units, which are brutal units, which we're luckily going to get to start with today.
Yeah, I think they're some of the most, hardest, most effective kind of infantry, to be honest.
Yeah, and more importantly, they're one of the best looking, I think. That kind of whole Aztec, a few
little baby Triceratops hats.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look at them in a minute. We're
should be a Stegodon hat, of
and
course.
also we got the solar engine on Basiladon as well. So those are the starting units there. Difficulty. I've got it. I'm just going to jump in and show you these guys, and then we're going to jump into a later game one. But here's the intro. This time with subtitles.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures LizardMen. The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slan, the LizardMen fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, It was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved. But the Vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slan, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Vortex hangs low in the sky. The Slan have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Yogg Targrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex of the warm blood. But the full meaning cannot be deciphered. If our master will not wake, we journey to the city of the sun.
So that was Targax and Yukanaduzat, who people that have read the ebook, the Fork Tongue ebook, may recognise already.
Yeah, so tell me about some of the ebook stuff you've been doing, because you've been working on a few.
Yeah, we're going to do some prequel ebooks for all the races, so all free and on Warhammer Access. So obviously the Fork Tongue's already been out, and we've got a Skaven one coming this weekend. Free of charge, download it, enjoy. Criticise, I don't care.
Yeah, everything just comes down to, please don't say something nasty about my work.
Well,
so,
us artists, you see.
Well, my artistry is done on the battlefield.
Yes.
And on the campaign, which is what we're looking at now. We're seeing the starting map and starting location for MazdaMundi. You can see a lot of ruins around here. Also, one thing you've learned very quickly in Total Warhammer 2 is not to always expect that those ruins are completely empty.
Definitely not. Especially in Lustria.
Yeah, I mean, it has a nasty habit every so often of coming across stuff that it kind of hurts. So how they play, obviously, we got the geomantic web, which is links up a lot of your settlements. And you can bolster this with a lot of buildings as well, and that's going to increase your commandments. So we'll be having a look at that a bit later on. And obviously, blessed spawning pools, which gives you access to unique units, and we'll also get to see some of those. Like I think some of Chant's favourite yesterday was the F-16 flying units. It's incredible speed on those guys. So we'll hopefully be able to get some of them. So just have a look at the start position, kind of like what we have to look at here, and say there's a lot of empty, a lot of ruins to go treasure hunting over on our left side on the on over here, and then to the north once again, same kind of thing. The fallen gates here, infamous at this point with the stuff we put out at E3, and up there is Dark Elves, and then to the south we've got the New World colonies as they've come down, and so we've got humans surrounding us on one side. We've got the Norskins here as well,
and a bit further down we've also got some more humans. They're just slightly undead humans.
I think we've got greenskins down here. Yeah, Savage Orc tribe.
Yeah.
So we've got
Australia's
Savage Orcs
some
as well.
Savage
So
Orcs in.
you have a lot of very different opponents actually down here, which is quite interesting. And obviously MazdaMundi and his force here, just showing you what we got. We got the Geomantic Nexus, so because we're close to kind of like the nexus of the Geomantic Web for our faction, that means we get a special unit, which
is red at the moment, so strength 1.
Yeah, it's very low,
yeah,
as it says red. So what we're going to do actually is let's see if we can get that.
You should be able
to attack us actually. I want to show you exactly what you can get when someone attacks you where you're close to your Geomantic Web. So I know there's an Orcican faction nearby, and they don't like me very much.
Yeah, it's skeggy.
So I'm going to put myself into the Astromancy stance, which gives me an opportunity to stick units into Vanguard deployment all over the place.
Yeah.
Which can be very useful. Sometimes I think the only thing that can't do it on himself is actually MazdaMundi. There we go. There's one of the Norsecan factions. I'm just trying to bait them forward because I want to show you exactly how early you can get some of the most powerful magic in the game if a enemy decide to come and attack you here. Obviously the map, there's so much to do. You've got treasure hunting you can go do with some of the ruins, also sunken ships and so forth. And these can really open up avenues, a lot of extra stuff to do on the campaign.
Rogue armies as well, wandering around.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get to see a few of those actually. So there's a Norscan force starting to pull itself together just in front of us. Obviously, here's you look at the building chain here as it goes up. It starts opening up more and more stuff. Also, right now we don't have many of the ancient plaques, which is our ritual currency, and we'll be able to see a bit more of that in the later save, which I'm going to go for. If they don't just attack me, I'm going to just load up the other save. I feel like I've invested so much, I just have to have it happen now. And here we go. So they're going to bring forth their 2 armies.
Yeah, they're full on aggressive. They are Norse.
Norscan. They can't help it, really, can they? So there's two other forces. The thing that's going to be annoying are these guys here. And, you know, I've got a good force. I think this should be okay.
So you're level 1, so you haven't got many spells at the moment, but...
No, but I have got one... this spell is absolutely
is
amazing. It's just going to keep me in the fight for quite a while. And I keep focusing... Oh, yeah, Astromancy would have turned off because I would have been recruiting, I believe. Damn. I did need to recruit some troops, though, because I did have a small force.
Yeah, you got a solar engine.
I do indeed. Thing is, it's not particularly useful against the Norscans. So I've been playing...
I don't know, 2 good shots will normally see some marauders off.
I've been trying that. It doesn't do as much damage to them as I would hope. It kind of like... It will knock out big units, but it won't really... It definitely scares them. Like, their morale shoots straight down, which is kind of what you want. So let's have a look at some of the units we've got here. Some of the cool ones. But MazdaMundi gets to bring the battle quite early on. So, as I was saying, quite early on, you do get these units to start with. You've got 2 units of Saurus Warriors. Upkeep cost of these guys, you won't be able to see that here, is significant. We've got a unit of Temple Guard, who are one of my favourite units in the game. They just look absolutely amazing.
Of course, the upkeep is reduced because you're playing as Mazzy.
Yep, I mean, I wouldn't want to get these of any other lord. They're already expensive enough as it is. And then at the back here, we've got our skink cohorts. And these guys are nice and cheap with crude weapons, but they do the job when you need them.
Oh, have you got no javelins?
And these guys at the back have the javelins. And they're really, really powerful. And they've got poison as well, so that's going to be very useful. And over here, we've got our Basiladon with the solar engine. He is... the thing I've been using him for is I get a few shots off him, and then I just put him straight into melee combat and just smash people about. And then we've got MazdaMundi himself as he kind of floats around.
Yeah, he hasn't woken Slack yet, so...
oh, is that his mount that comes a bit later?
Classic mount, Slack.
So, yeah, we get that quite late in the game.
After.
Yeah, he's not very early on.
He's not, no, but he's a legendary mount.
So we've obviously got our so run through these spells. So this one is this is big replenishment on hit points and also can cause fear, which is really good. And then we've got our standard kind of buff for melee attacks, so that's going to be quite useful, especially with Temple Guard. So let's get into this battle, and straight away we can summon ourselves as King Priest. which is incredibly useful. And we'll wait. Oh my god, they're so far away. I think with them being so far away, I might as well actually just move forward and take this hill.
Yeah, it's not really a battlefield, is it? It's just you
Well,
deciding to meet each other in the jungle.
I like hiding back and getting as much magic as I can, especially with MazdaMundi.
Sorry,
You know.
I'm so in love with the background stuff when I'm playing.
We've got some of the best. Warhammer II has the best backgrounds of any total game ever. I mean, at all times, there's something always to see. The jungle's definitely. When you're fighting here, you feel like you're there pretty much.
You say how the roots and all that all come up out the ground and everything.
And looking down at it, just looks like absolutely amazing. See if we can spot the enemy from here. Can you spot them?
No.
They're somewhere. Come on, what do you eagle eye see?
They're like hiding, aren't they? It's not very
And
chaotic.
you've got the clouds going overhead, which is another thing, which I think you might notice just there. Kind of come across. It really just adds a bit more atmosphere. Well, actually, I can't see the enemy. I haven't got line of sight on them. So yeah, that was me being pedantic for no reason.
It's just a giant game of hide and seek.
Well, I had literally spawned us in the corner over here. But it does look like we have a lot more magic now, and I can get myself Skink Priest whenever I need it. And that one's going to be very useful. So there we go. Got some enemies ahead.
There they are. Oh, they're horsemen, were they?
Yeah, scouting me out.
Yeah.
And there's our reinforcements over here.
There you are, warm bloods.
And then more over there. So they just refer to everyone as warm bloods?
Yeah, because they don't make that kind of distinction, really. They're quite racist.
Well,
you know, to them, they're all, you know, they will make the distinction with the elves. They recognise that the elves were created by the old ones as their kind of servants.
Oh, what is servants for LizardMen or just
for the old ones?
Okay. Yeah.
They were more like their domestic servants. They would carry like their wines. They would shine the armour of the old ones.
Right.
Where like the LizardMen themselves were like their warriors, their constructors, effectively.
Okay.
But all the other kind of, pretty much all the other warm bloods that they see as some kind of cosmic mistake.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite heavy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's that classic case, there are no good guys in Warhammer. There are just different races with different points of view.
So we're going to charge...
pretty much like real life, let's face it.
So we're going to charge in here. I'm going to summon one of my my priests. And the reason for that is, this guy is, you know...
You got him in early.
Put him in early, because I've got a master plan like the old ones.
You see, I would have let him shoot stuff for a bit longer.
I would, but I'd rather do this. Nice and early. This is literally the start of the game, and I already have... Oh, MazdaMundi's being attacked by war dogs. And I've already been able to get myself Comet of Casadora. So, yeah, pretty powerful, I think. Oh, and while we're at it, might as well go for a wind attack as well. So, yeah, a lot of fun to be had with the LizardMen. And especially if you're fighting near the Geomantic Web Nexus. So, yeah, they're not taking that very well. Gonna get these. There's nothing I can deal with. Nothing I struggle with more than dealing with the Marauder Horsemen.
Because they won't stand still.
They won't stand still, and I
That's
don't
kind
have
of
many
the
range
idea.
units. So it does become quite an issue after a while.
Your javelins.
So I'm going to just drop another Comet of Casadora, I feel. Oh no, they're running. Can you not stay put, please? Oh no, don't run into my own troops. That's alright. That could have been much worse. So obviously I can just summon another one quite soon. So this obviously gives me a big boost defending in my own territory. These guys are not having a good day. I'm going to put them in combat.
Where's Mazzy? What's he up to?
He's floating about. He's actually fighting in hand-to-hand with one of the Chaos Marauders
it's not always the
champions.
best idea. without slag.
but he is surrounded with some allies here, and you know he's got his tomb guard and temple guard. Sorry.
Use regen on the priest.
Yeah,
Says,
but, that's a good idea actually. I'm gonna actually.
it's
Well,
not
actually, thing is, he
not my idea,
dies
it's these guys.
quite quick, so I'm not really too worried about him dying.
I think you're all right.
Well, that's just chasing over there. I think this is an easy win. Just got to make sure everyone dies at this point. My magic's getting back up.
Apparently you're terrible at our game.
I am just setting up some set piece
I'm
stuff.
terrible at the game. That's why I'm not driving.
I love that spell. Wind spells are by far one of my favourites to use.
Yeah, they are. Do you like a good Vortex?
I love a good Vortex. I mean, if I can get the Vortex on the right place, which is half a battle, and not into my own troops, which is also another part of the battle, then it's fine. But I've got a nasty habit of hitting everything with my own Vortex. He's just like, yeah, I'm bored of him now. Just going to leave him to fight a load of skinks.
Well, he's an old chap, so he needs his...
Should probably bring him some help.
His little mobile phone.
Elderly...
he's elderly.
He's been around, what, 10,000 years?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I watched some videos. I got up to speed. I've seen some stuff. I know about LizardMen. They don't seem to have as much history as some of the other races in the Warhammer world.
No, well, that's because they came in 5th edition, really. I mean, there was kind of LizardMen before that, but they were more the slan. Mm-hmm. But they were a whole army of frogmen.
Frogmen?
Frogmen, yeah. And kind of, you'd have, like, jaguar warriors, which are frogmen wearing jaguar furs and stuff.
Okay.
And so I think round about the 5th edition when kind of Bretonia got its big lore boost.
Yeah.
And there was the big 5th edition box set. They kind of rebooted the LizardMen into well, the format we know now.
So when was the 5th edition came out?
Oh,
just pick your brain on that one.
Let's see. 4th edition came around when I was first year, so I would think it was about when I was doing my GCSEs. So
a while ago.
Yeah, maybe in the 90s.
So I'm going to load up another save. And
Sorry, I'm reading that comment. He said, rubbing his hands as he got a chance to explain the law. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we brought Law Master. Andy joins us at a load of events. You might have seen a load of interviews of him. We bring him out to answer all the questions that we don't know.
Yeah. No, I'll just make it up.
Yeah, that's fine with me. All right, guys. So here we are. We are 29 turns in. Venorska Threat has been wiped out.
What about Skeggy? That's owned. Yeah.
He's all right. I mean, he's level 13 right now, and he's significantly far in. I've got all the way over here. I've got the Comet of Casadora, and also I haven't gotten that spell yet. Okay, unfortunately, but I think that's going to be really powerful because obviously direct damage is going to be very useful.
Where's Ruination of Cities?
This is over here, which is at number 20.
Yeah.
So I think if we can get that by the end of the stream, I'd be very happy.
I would.
Because that spell is ridiculously powerful.
And it's a wind spell.
Yeah, and it doesn't require any magic.
No, it's because it's kind of bound to him.
Yeah, so we're going to aim to try and get that there, and level 17 will get his mount as well. So we're just pushing through that at the moment. He just has so many powerful spells. You can see upgraded this one here, so now it's only 4 magic. Obviously gets Curse of the Midnight Wind, which is incredibly powerful, especially when you're fighting a lot of
nice
armoured guys as well. What difficulty are we playing on, guys? Well, forgot where that information comes up, but I believe I'm playing on very hard at the moment. So yeah, I playing on easy. I kind of just walked through it, but this is an easy start faction, so I have knocked it onto a lot harder. But it's all right, going okay at the moment. Haven't been particularly smashed in, but what I have done is I've kind of set up my start really for the stream. So we've got lots of choices in this game right now. To the south of us, we have Savage Orcs and also another LizardMen faction over here.
He doesn't like you at the moment. Your interpretation of the Great Plan obviously differs from his.
Oh my god, it does get to that thing. Everyone's got their own version of the plan. No one can quite make a decision. So we've got those guys down there. They hate me. And apparently they all dislike me in some way, shape or form. But then again, I have a -10 with every faction with MazdaMundi.
Yeah.
And we got Dark Elves to the top. Who are, you know, looking a bit sinister at this point. Pirates of Farsi, they are, I think that will be one of the rogue armies. Yep, it is. There's a rogue army there. We got the Savage Orc tribes down at the bottom. I have a significant amount of territory for Savage Orcs. And then we got the New World colonies here, which are our friends at the moment. We're trading with them, and we've even got a defensive pack and everything. Because when I was fighting the Norscan tribes, they kept coming back over and over again. I needed to secure my southern flank, which is what I've done. And over here we've got some ruins, which we have not investigated. And to the north, we've got our Dark Elves. So I'm going to move ourselves back to our capital, and we're going to start raising some extra troops. We've got a right we can perform, which is significantly cheaper because we're playing as MazdaMundi. Yeah. And we're going to start recruiting some extra troops, and that's where we're going to get started. Geomantic Web for us right now is slightly stronger because we've been putting a lot of buildings into the chain.
3?
I believe that is Web Strength 2 right now.
Yeah.
So I've been using that for the alignment of crafting, which is...
Did you want to go over the tooltip, the commandments for them?
Yeah, so
being considerate.
I'm trying. You're here to steer me. I might be driving, but you're steering. So yeah, you can see you've got ones that basically affect kind of like sieges and also kind of like public order, plague duration, which is
army ability as well.
Army ability as well. 4 uses of that, and then also we've got things that align us to war, which is recruitment, leadership, and global recruitment and experience. Down here we got research and magic, which is a very useful one. And the one I am playing with right now, which is just income and public order and growth, which is very useful to have at the beginning.
They're always good early game.
Very much so. And that's kind of why at the moment, like my building chains, I've been able to get through quite a lot quite early. Focusing on getting a strong economy going, you know, focusing on, you know, putting the big building chains into my main capital and focusing on the smaller builder chains into my minor settlements. So we're going to end this turn. We're going to hit into 30. Let's see how this one goes.
Get to the capital and then maybe let the guys choose.
They're going to have to choose the where we're going to go, and then we're going to start building some army as well. I don't like all the Savage Orcs to below, but no one's really seen us fighting against many of the old world factions in the game as well.
Oh, someone started a ritual. Well, not someone. Looks like Malekith to me.
So they're showing the Dark Elves at the north are starting to influence the Vortex.
Of those that channel the ritual and attack before its completion, my lord. Control of the Vortex must not fall into enemy hands.
Alright, so it looks like we have some of the Dark Elves starting to play with the rituals. So this means that we can actually interfere, so they're showing us where they are on the map. Oh my god, that's so far away. Literally as far away as it could be at this point.
Yeah, we're not going to get there.
Now we can intervene. During an enemy ritual, call upon intervention forces. I'm taking these off because they're hurting me with this headset.
You've got 20k.
Oh, God. My ears were falling off in that. So I can send forces to the enemy ritual sites. And I have a significant amount of money. And this is what happens when you don't have as many... first of all, I didn't really have anyone to fight. So I was kind of turtling up a little. And also, I didn't have to worry about 100 Source Warriors, which drained my economy into the ground. So I can send a small intervention force, a medium-sized one, and a large one. So guys, I'm going to let you decide in chat. Are we going to go for a large force, medium, or small?
Bit overkill the large, in my opinion.
I think everyone's just going to shout large. 10k intervention feels good, man.
It's far away.
If it's everyone's just going to spam 10k feels good, man, I think that's just what it's going to be.
Some mediums that someone wrote a naughty word in chat. Fancy that.
10k feels amazing, man. All right. There we go. We're going to send a large force, and I have to declare war on the on these guys now.
Yeah.
So this is what puts you at odds with all the other major factions of the game quite early, is because you have to stop them with the Vortex. So you're forcing these conflicts nice and early.
Absolutely. It's almost as if it was designed that way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, as I said, this is the first time that you can really lose out to the AI in this kind of way. I mean, obviously before they could do a number of conquests somewhere and that would win them a game, but this is the first time that there's something that you're all racing towards.
Yeah. Sorry, I was say I've said it in quite a few interviews now. It's about plot tension, making sure that throughout the whole campaign, you feel like there's someone pushing your buttons. That you know, it's not just a serene kind of painting the map.
Yeah, and you can still play very much that old school way of just rushing through and knocking all the major factions out.
Well,
of the game.
yeah, okay, it's a race, and so to use an analogy, if it was a sprint. Yeah, if you kneecap the person that's sprinting next to you, he's not going to win the race. So
who would do such a thing?
The Dark Elves.
The Dark Elves, who we've just sent a massive force after.
The Skaven would stab you in the back as you go past.
So we sent our force to try and mess with them. You can see them there.
Can we see the size of the... what's in the stack?
That is a full stack. I'm trying to click on it before it goes to war. There you go. I definitely smashed that settlement. That intervention force is definitely having a good time up there.
I think that will actually stop that ritual. So actually, maybe the large was probably the correct thing to do.
Well, now they have to deal with a massive army up there.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how much damage that had on the Vortex ritual. Actually, I'm going to fast forward some of these. So the camera settings here, you can kind of like make everything just go really quick, which is very useful.
It is. That was very popular at Gamescom, bizarrely.
The armies of the world march upon the ritual site, my lord, for there is still time to prevent its fulfillment. If you cannot intervene in time, however, there may be the opportunity to hire more local forces to strike on your behalf.
Some local
That's what
forces,
these
some
guys are
local
doing.
lizardmen in McGruff.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, they've got a significantly strong army. Temple Guard, Horned Ones, Croxicors, Stellodons, and Basilodons. That's a ridiculously strong army.
Well, you know, it's 10
I
grand
did
well
pay
spent.
the money for it, yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what the high elves
obviously,
are going to do with that.
MazdaMundi consulted with the constellations, and obviously, was through prophecy was foretold. See, I have to roleplay everything.
So what you're saying is they were sleeping up there and had to be...
I was saying, probably hundreds of years ago, MazdaMundi put them up there and set them to hibernate, ready, and then he awakened them.
And it's all part of a great plan.
Yeah.
So we're going to send our army here. Right, so now that we've got ourselves in our capital, what does everyone think we should be doing? Should we be going north to attack the Dark Elves, or should we go south, destroy the humans and the Savage Orcs? I'm going to let everyone else in this chat decide. I don't know if we even have a chat emoji for the elves, but I'm sure we have one for the greenskins. So greenskins or north, basically. That's a lot of north.
It is a lot of north. There's some souths. I mean, do you not guys want to see how greenskins deal with lizardmen?
It's a lot of north. I think they want to see us smash the greenskins and the Dark Elves. Maybe we declare war on everyone. So before we get to that, we're going to start building up our armies, I think. So I'm going to start getting some building chains that I need.
How's your geomantic pylons looking?
Well, I've got my lodestone here, which I'm just building in one of the minor settlements. This isn't only a one you can build in, cannot be constructed in major settlements, so these are always in minor ones. Over in the major, I've gone and got myself, where is it? I don't think I have, actually. I don't think I've built anything in the major settlement yet.
See, I'm always a building browser, man. I always just go straight to the building browser.
Well, I have been focusing kind of on economy and kind of like technology as well. So when I can, I'm going to start, obviously, where is it? Oh, it's over here. Geomatic Spire and so forth. So I'll start getting these sorted out soon. But yeah, I've been wanting to make sure that I've got a good selection of troops starting to jump into where I need to. And I've still got another 3 slots here, which are going to open up soon. Yeah. Which will give me a good chance to do that. Obviously, you can see my minor settlements I've upgraded where I can. I've got the Beacon of Dawn here. which gives me unit experience per turn, which is amazing. And yeah, I'm just upgrading so I can get some better units.
Those
So
cheeky pumps in there.
let's look at what we can recruit so far. We've got, you know, skinks, as we were talking about before. These you kind of go for troops for MazdaMundi at the beginning, and they're very cheap. You can see that's 98 there for these troops. But if I go for Saurus Warriors, 243 immediately per unit, and they can get quite out of control quite quickly when it comes to like raising and recruiting troops. Then you've also got your javelins and so forth, and they're a lot cheaper. And then
the rate of fire in the blowpipes is phenomenal, though,
and they can move and fire as well,
yeah, yeah.
which is
I
makes
like
them very
them.
useful.
Have we got any dinosaurs?
We do indeed. We've got Pharaoh's Teglodon, and we also have a Basilodon as well. So
Steg.
yeah, going between those, one's pretty much almost half the price of
Steg
the
or
other.
Basil?
Ooh, I think I'll go for one of each. How about that? And then I'm going to recruit us 2 units of Saurus Warriors with shields, because the other guys don't have shields, and we definitely need some shields.
Well, if we're going up north, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the Dark Elves bring. What kind of is the Dark Elves kind of like?
Repeater crossbows.
I do not like that.
They, yeah.
They big
Hydras.
Hydras, yes.
Yeah.
And then Murderous Prowess as well, if they kill
Murderous
enough of our guys.
prowess. Which else?
It's going to be nasty.
It's going to be nasty.
And another ritual's been started by the
How
High
far
Elves.
away are we, by the way, from kicking off our ritual?
We are actually not that close.
Not.
I'll work on that. And
We need a ritual.
so as it stands right now, we are literally behind everyone else who's doing their rituals.
So we're losing the race, effectively.
We are
So
horribly losing the race.
We need to speed up or start kneecapping.
I think we're going to do a mixture of kneecapping and going forward. So we're recruiting now. We're getting ready for our war. You know, the time of inaction is over, as I said at the beginning.
It really is.
So I've just recruited, I believe. I've just finished off Cold One Caves.
I mean, it's very slan. They work on a whole different timeline to everyone else.
Let the younger races rush forward,
Yeah.
and we'll just pick them off
Silly
when
children.
they slip. I need to get an additional building for the horned one. These guys are so expensive. That's almost 500 upkeep per
they're
unit.
some of the best cavalry in the game.
I do not know these things. All I know is their upkeep in the game means they must be good.
They are good.
So I can still get Cold One Riders, so I think
I mean,
Cav would be
are
a good
there
idea.
any narrative missions we could quickly do? That will give you some good plaque.
So we've got 2 quests over here at the moment,
quests.
which is to perform a rite.
That will give you one of his legendary items as well.
Actually, considering we are recruiting at the moment, let's go and hit the Rite of Ferocity,
That's a good
which
idea.
is going to be also recruit more troops and give them more power in experience as well. So that's 10 ancient plaques there.
Attack page is categorised.
What, sorry?
Oh, sorry, I was just answering a comment.
So now we're at recruit more troops. Opened up a second slot there. So let's start recruiting some more. Oh my god, everyone's now like buffed up in power. Let's get some more Saurus Warriors, because we want our front line to be quite strong. And while this is all going on, I don't think we have to build much else. Going to keep upgrading. You see, we've got a lot to play with here. I think, can I get ourselves... Oh no, I have to get ourselves a Temple Guard Barracks. Just one for the Chosen. Okay, so I'm going to, as soon as I've got more slots open, I'm going to start recruiting them. Actually, talking of that, let's get a alignment for war as well. To get more XP per. I think that would be good. And then we're going to go north, so fight the Dark Elves.
And, well, might not just be the Dark Elves, we never know.
Whatever's up there
Yeah,
will be destroyed.
Don't get me wrong, the Dark Elves are definitely up there.
I think I'm going to give them a heads up warning, and I'm going to declare war on them anyway. Mission Diggers, have a trident agreement with the other faction. And I get now that's amazing, because I want
Blessed
Spawn
Spawning, yeah.
Horned Ones. Yes, please. So who was it? These guys. They hate me, by the way. They won't even give me a non-aggression pact. So let's see if I offer them some cash, if they change their tune. No. I offer them a lot of money. You see, the Blessed Pool spawning are incredibly powerful.
They're not easy to get.
No, so this is like worth a lot to get this. So I'm willing to pay the cash. What can I do to help them? They're fighting the other factions, so maybe I can help them in their conflict down there. Till then, I'll give them a load of cash and see if they just do it for me. No, okay. They don't like me very much. I really want that, though.
Yeah, but that's south.
I know, okay.
We're going north. I mean, you see, the narrative missions, they always give you some nice plaques. So if you, obviously, ritual sites are probably your most reliable way of generating your Vortex currency. But if you've got a few kind of narrative missions hanging around issued by you kind of do that, you be able to tick those off, and all of a sudden you get these nice little bursts.
Well, this is the one we're going to go for then. We're going to go for the mirror pool up here. Let's capture that. Oh, and see the right. Yeah, I see the right.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Hey, I'm learning.
Learning is fun.
Learning is fun.
Brought to you by the
building here will provide a steady stream of ancient plaques. You see, I've seen these things on the map, and at no point did it actually twig. I'm learning, and I'm an experienced total player, so you guys will learn as well. You'll learn by me at this point, and me and Andy. So, you know, I'm going to build some more monsters. I think that's always the best way. That's going to be our cavalry. And the rest of the troops, we're going to get some more Saurus warriors, and then
have we got any crocs?
Hmm?
Is there any crocs in your...
No, not yet. I'm building 4 of them.
Okay.
Next turn, I think I'll be able to build some.
Have we ever shown Croxidor in battle yet?
Croxicors, yes. And
oh, was that yesterday?
They are one of the first units you get with
Crocky.
Crocgar.
Yeah, Crocgar.
And he absolutely, they're his go-to unit. They absolutely smash everything. Easily one of my favourite units in the game. They just look amazing. I just love the weapons they have. So here's another one, basically telling me to goddamn build more buildings.
No, you've succeeded in that.
Oh, yeah, I've done that one. Great.
Learning is fun.
And now I can recall a hero. And commit to this plan. Ooh. Do you want to read this one out?
No. Well, I can.
Yeah, go on. You're the narrative guy.
Your noble Slam Mage Priest have devised a ritual that will give even ordinary skinks increased immunity against some of the foul diseases lingering in territories overrun by the vile servants of the Great Horn Rat. However, they must still...
Hold on, I've got a pair of glasses over
here.
Yeah,
I know, it's quite small on the screen. They must still be defended against other threats in the abandoned temple cities. Ground could be regained this way, though troops would have been committed in the skinks. Was that defence? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have knocked 2 sentences out of that. I'm always editing.
Oh, I'm not doing that. The troops cannot be spared for this.
No.
Right, so next turn we're going to have a few more troops to throw around. Talking of troops to throw around, have we got them yet? We don't. We do have the Charmeleon Skinks for Vanguard deployment, very useful. And we can't recruit them just yet. We need to get our weapons craft committee sorted. So as soon as I got some more slots to build, I'll get those guys. And well, we're not going to wait for that. Actually, we're going to go to war. It's war.
What is it good for?
Absolutely everything in this game.
That's the correct answer.
Absolutely everything. Michael in chat. This is like, well, you know, it's. And Andy's great at this. It's just he's, you know, the screen's a bit small.
The screen's a bit small. I'm old.
He was there when Bretonia got its first buff. Right, we're going to declare war on the Dark Elves. I'm going to give an entire turn to let them know, and I'm coming up there to smash their teeth in. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I want to give them a bit of heads up that the grand plan's coming north.
She was catty just then, wasn't she?
She was. Well, you would be as well if you saw a load of LizardMen and feral stegodons getting ready to come after your territory.
That's a better idea, Michael. Yeah, you write them, I'll narrate them. Yeah.
I don't think that'll work out well, in my opinion.
Yeah, this horrible Lincolnshire accent.
Right, we're going to end turn, then we're going to go north. Everyone in chat wanted us to go north, so we're going to do it. Let's see how much damage I can manage to do in this. We've got a very strong stack, like an incredibly strong stack here.
Have we got any other stacks? It's just the one stack.
I literally just have one stack.
Oh, so you're just going to bulldoze?
Yeah, like I said, I kind of artificially decided I was going to sit back a little and build up, so chat gives a good chance to... Ooh! The great plan must be brought to fruition. As many skinks as possible must be spawned and set to work if the Old One's sacred goals are to be achieved. There are distinct advantages to spawning a skink chief or a skink priest. Which one will you choose? Chat, are we going to go for a skink priest?
Priest.
Or a chief?
Priest.
Why does everyone... why?
Magic user.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I also have magic user in MazdaMundi. I don't want to...
Yeah,
everyone's chanting chief. It's King Chief time.
Fair enough.
I have not actually used
know?
Chief. So let's see what Chief is actually good for. Because obviously with Magic Wielders, obviously it's a lot more combat based. You can see he's got a lot of upgrades. Got a fighter for, and you see he's got some survivalists as well. He's got some jungle toxins as well, and he's got a lot there actually. This is going to be quite interesting. He's got ammunition as well, so he's going to be doing some range. He can be put on a Pterodon, Stegodon, and he just overall is just going to be very good. And I like this the most though, especially for the LizardMen. Being able to get troop replenishment as much as possible is going to be very, very useful.
Yeah.
So let's find him a spot in our army.
Just been texted by Tim, the guy I live with when I'm down here. He wants to know if I want KFC for tea.
Do you?
Do I want KFC? Should I let chat decide?
Chat, decide now. Does Andy want KFC for his dinner today?
Or we could get a curry.
Or a curry or KFC. Chat, decide on Andy Hull's food choices for today.
No, it's tea. Breakfast, dinner, tea.
All right, I'm sorry.
No,
wow.
I was answering them.
This is the most enthusiastic chat's been today.
I'm not doing pizza. I think KFC has it.
Not really what I was expecting to happen today, I won't lie. All right, we're going to go now. Stop, chat, now.
No, I'm not.
Right, we're going to attack, and we're going to go after the High Elves with our massive army. Absolutely huge.
It's not lunch and dinner. Breakfast, dinner, tea.
Right, so balance of power, a little bit in our favour. Let's have a scout at that terrain. My rank is 13 right now. That's kind of a good map. Let's have a look at what this one's on the battlefield. This is us going to be taking on Dark Elves. They have some Black Arc Corsairs, Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, loads of Dark Shards, and Dark Shards are shields. I love the shields they have. They look amazing.
Yeah.
But pretty much an infantry army with some range units as well.
I agree with Wonderbear.
I'm
sorry, I've kind of taken over the chat with
this is
KFC or breakfast and dinner.
You're allowed to take over, you know, but what are you going to get? I mean, no, we're not going to do that. We're here.
It's KFC, it's been called.
Congratulations, chat.
Yeah.
You've decided
yeah.
So I'm going to have to
Should we bring it back to the stream?
Let's bring it back. MazdaMundi probably wouldn't eat any of those.
No.
What would MazdaMundi eat for his tea?
I think Mazda, I'm not sure he needs food to sustain himself.
I don't know how it works. I've never really asked.
I mean, Saurus and Croxigore definitely are carnivores. But he is a giant toad.
Well, we're going to gamble and see what we get on a magic.
Yeah, large chaos flies, I reckon. I agree.
So we can deploy out...
Souls.
That's the one you can just
the souls of flies.
So... I don't know if I want to do that, but I can. I'm not actually sure exactly why MazdaMundi can guerrilla deploy. I think it's something I definitely picked up when I was upgrading them. Oh, there you go.
He's got Vanguard deployment.
Yeah.
I can't remember why he's got Vanguard deployment.
There is a myriad of skill choices I picked up, but I might not have noticed.
Yeah. I mean, the skill trees, people may have noticed, are a lot
huge,
and obviously the level cap has gone up to accommodate that. So nice level 40 level cap now.
So I'm not going to put him right behind the Dark Elf army, though I'm very tempted to do so, just to see what would happen.
Don't be tempted.
I think that would end pretty badly for him. So I'm going to line up my army pretty standard as such. I'm going to have some of my reserve troops at the back here. MazdaMundi always at the back, with some range as well, just in case I need it. And then we've got our cavalry wing. Well, they're not really cavalry, but they're on 4 legs.
A dinosaur wing.
A dino wing.
Are we back to KFC now?
Yeah. Let's try not to.
Herbs and spices.
We got the solar engine on this Basilodon, but I'm still going to be using them for hand-to-hand combat. So this is going to be the deadly wing over on this side, and to supplement it, I'm going to give some cold one riders to be right behind them. And these guys are brutally powerful. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put them on this flank. I'm going to put them over here just in case. Alright, that's my army. Take all my infantry, minus these guys. So there you go. There's a free part of my army. Let's get some close-up looks at some of these troops. Someone might have not joined us on stream yesterday. So these are our Saurus warriors. You can see they are, some of them being upgraded because I've had them in battles for quite a while. You got MazdaMundi. He has a lot of magic already. Now we're going to have to wait a little just to make sure he gets a bit more. Yeah. Temple Guard, my favourite unit in the game so far. Got our Skink Priest. He's going to be useful for a bit of range damage and also put him in combat when we need it. And over here we're going to have our Dino Wing. So we'll go to them in a minute.
Yeah. You notice they're all talking Saurian as well.
They talk Saurian?
Yeah.
So run us through talking Saurian.
Well, it's their language. So obviously the start of the movie, we kind of got some English, but that's in the grand style of like Hunt for the Red October with Sean Connery being Russian, but we hear him in English. So but yeah, in game they talk Saurian, which is the LizardMen language. So it's a bit like with the Beastmen.
Yeah.
We kind of took what was already there, and then we expanded it.
Very nice. Well, you can see the Dark Elves haven't really waited for us in any way.
No.
So we're going to have to come fight them. And talking of fighting them, I think what they really want to see is our cavalry wing. Dino wing.
You need to get that moving fast.
I want to show you some of the archers they have. They're absolutely amazing. And they put them behind these massive shields. Yeah. They look absolutely amazing.
Note the lighting effects as well, the sun's setting and everything, so the lighting's playing really well.
Atmosphere in this game is absolutely amazing. I'm not even sure what they have. MazdaMundi just floating towards them. I would run.
Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, pull him back, pull him back. You need him. You need to get him doing something, you know. Cast a spell.
He will, but I want to get the cav in. I want to get the dinos in first. You want a spell? I'll give him a spell.
Big debuff. Oh, missing the dinosaur.
I will, but I got to get this first. They did not have a good day. So they're doing a lot of damage to some of my units, actually. Really hurting.
It's just their reload is, well, it's the fastest reload in the time in the game.
But I'll show them what they don't want to mess with, which is all of our monsters.
A Stegodon in your rear, sir.
So and their murderous prowess is kicked off.
So this is the second wind.
Yeah, this is something really dangerous, I found. Obviously, you know, we're able to smash a significant amount because they didn't really have any cav, and we managed to get around that.
No, but you've really got to hold in there now. Wait till Murderous Prowess has kind of exhausted itself.
So I'm healing my Temple Guard.
If you've got any, have we got any other buffs? Harmonic Convergence,
I've
maybe?
run out of magic at this point. My horned ones are coming in. Sorry, not my horned ones, the Cold Riders.
Yeah.
They're going to go after their Dreadlord. I'm taking a lot of damage on my front line here.
You will be. You know, murderous. They love killing. Do the Druki.
So I'm trying to get my monsters to chase down all these infantry. This is where having a lot of cav is very useful.
It is. I think you have actually crushed that battle line.
Oh, we went through it. I mean, but we lost a lot. I mean, when we were watching yesterday and we were playing against Skaven, we just breezed through them, and even with the High Elves as well. But this time we're starting to take a lot more casualties. And this is even a high-tier army from the Dark Elves. It's just
Murderous Prowess is still going.
Yeah, it's painful. Like,
to answer the
really painful. Especially on the archers. Go on, get in there.
Oh, bit Hollywood driving. I mean, you can like murder, but once you're facing 4 dinosaurs...
Yeah, I think at that point it's definitely time to...
Like,
I love he's got a massive grin on his face as well. He's just like really happy about the situation.
He hasn't got no lips. That's not a grin.
It's a grin.
That's his resting dinosaur face.
Wow. What are you trying to say? Come back here, please. I like those two there are just like, nope, none of this.
Are they noping?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm giggling as I'm shooting lasers at people. I'd like every so often, you know, it's fine. I can just rush them down, or I can just shoot them with a laser.
And Aztec's based
I love the Dark Elf, which just kind of flew at the screen there. He's getting shot in the ass by a laser. There we go.
Remind me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game where you used to be able to throw the foot at the screen.
So where did all our damage come in? Obviously, lots came in from our Temple Guard. As you'd expect, those guys are brutal. But our infantry overall pretty much outperformed their front line. Didn't look like we lost too much, but it did kind of hurt on the way in. I'm not usually used to losing so many of the my Saurus warriors in a fight. So that's a successful mission. I can teleport, or I can literally just walk up there, I think. So how far are we off our ritual here? We have... we're still quite far off, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, if we get... Once we get the ritual site as ours...
I'm going to push up for that when I can. Alright. I'm pushing for this as quick as possible. I want to get the city... Ruination of Cities is ridiculously powerful.
Yeah, it's not just yet.
Going to go down here, the Soul of Stone, and then the Harrenhal Scrutiny. You can see, like, there's a lot of stuff early on. It really gives them a load of buffs, especially that mischance.
I mean, we could go something a bit, you know, a bit of Route Marcher if you want to make some progress. Don't all have to be the shiny.
Stop! You're telling me I'm not progressing as quickly as you hope?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, these campaigns are, you know, hours and hours and hours long.
They are indeed. Like,
you know, we've only got 2 hours.
I have played quite a bit, but I've done a lot of the early game and not as much of the late game. So you can see kind of our trait system here. Obviously, we've been doing quite a bit. So you can see where it's got me stuck at the moment.
He's got a fan waiver as well.
What does that give him? Better replenishment rate. How about that?
It keeps him. Although, ironically, he doesn't want to be kept cool. Yeah, for he was cold-blooded.
Yeah.
He's waving magic.
Answer the law question on that one. Now you put yourself in an awkward position, I see.
It's the ceremonial. It's purely a ceremonial.
So we're going to get the geomantic pylon over here, start bolstering the geomantic web.
What did you actually pick, by the way?
What, over here?
No, in your skill.
I went for, in the end, I decided I would put something in Arcane Unforging, because I've not actually used it before. So I want to give that one a go.
Direct damage.
Yes, which obviously, you know, being able to just knock out a lord or someone will be very, very useful. So let's see what happens with that when we get into a fight. Other than that, these guys are building up.
Yeah, I mean, and don't forget you've got no other stacks, so you are leaving.
This one stack here is costing me about 5 grand.
Yeah, but you're heading north.
Yeah.
So you're just hoping the bastions.
Army upkeep 5,284, and that is one army.
Okay.
It's quite a strong army, I'm not going to lie.
Mind you, you are at peace with the Warm Bloods.
Oh.
So.
Well, for now, maybe we should change that.
Sorry, I just saw Pax out. I can't believe that stayed in.
Maybe we should change that. Maybe we should actually attack them.
What, the Warm Bloods?
Yeah, well, we don't want them here, do we?
Well, we don't.
So
okay.
So my as soon as I record,
don't forget you have all the time in the world. You're nearly immortal.
Okay. Maybe I'll get rid of them then and come back. No, I'm going to keep them. We're running at a loss now because of Andy.
I'm just saying your capital city is currently undefended.
It's is it though?
Well, you have your bastion, obviously.
Do you want to see how strong my garrison force is?
Yeah.
This is my garrison force.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Saurus Scott veteran, 3 units of Temple Guard, Saurus warriors, Skin cohorts, a Colon rider, Pharaoh 2 Croxagores, 2 Croxagores, and Pterodon riders. So it's a very weak army.
Yep. Fair play.
And now it has a Saurus Saurus All-Blood to send it as well.
Yeah. But now you're in the black.
And whose fault is that?
I'm just saying. I was pointing out. I was observing.
Well, if we got attacked, the
AI would never attack anyway. Yes, they would.
Just as it happened, just as I was saying all this, there's a rebellion. I need an army to go sort it out.
What happened to public order? Did you just take the
I don't own all the settlements. The Humies do, and it's their fault, obviously. So it's like the humans are fighting the greenskins. Which is quite useful.
How very law appropriate.
Yeah. They're sticking to it, aren't they? Yeah, they're going down south. While they're all fighting, I can.
What's that over there near Skeggy?
Yeah, I've got a rebellion over here. So I'm going to have to send an army.
So focused. I'm going north.
Yeah, well, you know, okay. I now have to do this because, you know, didn't quite have the grand plan in mind on this one.
I think it's a really good point to make about everything. You know, I've seen it before in the playtests. People get so engrossed in the race that they start. You know, you've got to juggle here. You know, you've got to manage your empire as you expand, but as well as thinking about the Vortex race. You know, so it's a lot more tactical decisions to make. It's more strategic decisions.
There's an army up here of Dark Elves at the Fallen Gates. They're always at the Fallen Gates.
Never been to the Fallen Gates before.
I'm going to go over here because we want to get this as quick as possible. If they come and attack this territory, I'm not really too bothered. Let's see if they actually end up here and trying to stop me. Down here, though, I'm going to actually have to do something about this.
Well, you are.
So that's why I'm recruiting an entire army of skinks. What could go wrong?
So you know the bad joke about Skeggy, don't you?
No.
It's basically Skegness.
Right.
So because Warhammer was created by a load of guys in the Midlands.
Well, you know, they
and they went to Skegness for their summer holidays.
Is that where it actually all came from?
Yeah, well, Rick Priestley comes from Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the original Warhammer authors. And he would spend his bank holidays in Skegness. So Lustria got Skeggy, which is the local joke for what Skegness is called. I know that because I'm from Lincolnshire too.
Yeah.
Must be something in the water in Lincolnshire that makes us want to write Warhammer for a living.
I'm liking that someone just put Fallen Gates 2 Electric Boogaloo. And over here we've got our Norska Raiders. Oh, there's a great I don't even know that one. What's that word?
Vacillates.
Vacillates. What's that mean?
It means it wobbles.
Right.
Maybe I should have just rope wobble.
Yeah, as it wouldn't come across as narratively striking. On its axis, the winds of mountain fluctuates and distressingly.
There is a lot of words in there, isn't
There's
there?
a lot of big words in here. I never actually got my GCSE for English.
I'm sorry.
This is so challenging. How dare you? You're going to have to put the age rating up just with the writing alone. Troops cower by the omens and leadership is decreased faction-wide. So leadership is -6. Just before I go into a big battle.
Yeah, well, you know, the Vortex is going a bit crazy.
It's a good point. Let's have a look at the Vortex.
Yeah.
As everyone is feeding into it right now, it is starting to change. So that's a High Elves and Scave and all the way down here. And
So everyone
except from me, Andy. Everyone except from me.
I just wanted to make that clear to the folks at home. I'm going to fix
that next turn, okay? I'm working on it. I'm going to keep this replenishment up here because the one thing that LizardMen don't really have very good of is replenishment. I need to get an army down here because they're going to get stronger. So Skeggy here's been defended.
I wonder if there's a pier.
There's a Dark Elf army in here and they're defending, and I'm going to go siege them. So we've got them surrounded. They have quite a large army and a lot of spears and a lot ranged.
That's a big army.
They have a Death Hag, melee specialist, anti-infantry, you know, damage dealer, frenzy, poison attacks, and they have a one of their hybrid cavalry. They have another name, but it's not on there, so I can't remember. So we're going to continue sieging, mainly because I need some siege engines before I can even consider attacking that settlement. It's level 3 as well, so it's got quite a garrison.
Well,
and
you're going to need that settlement if you want to get a ritual going.
I need it, yes. Obviously, it's got the it's a resource site for the tablets. Let's end this turn. End of stream battle confirmed. Hold on, we've got plenty of time.
Andy, who is the lady chained by Malekith in the Dark Elf opening? That is Felician. Felician Heartkeeper. She's basically a sorceress that's in thrall to Malekith because he's got a soul. And those e-books we were talking about at the very start will explain how all that came about when the Elf one's released.
So where can you get those e-books for anyone out there that doesn't know?
Warhammer Access. And the Skaven one's coming out this weekend.
So how many are up there right now?
Just the one, just the Forked Tongue, which is you kind of do that story.
I'm working on it. Not quite at the speed as you want right now, but I'm getting there. So it looks like those humans did not have a good time against the Savage Orcs.
That's a surprise.
I like the Savage Orcs.
They're great.
They're like obviously, you know, as you can see, it's just in the corner. He's with us every stream in the bottom corner.
Oh yeah, Wuzak.
He watches us all streams. He gives us blessings by gyrating in the corner and dancing.
There is nasty chain action in them, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Elf one.
I'm gonna go for this one, which is increase my technology rate. So I'm gonna hold on the vision, which doesn't mean my recruitment cost is a little higher, but I can take that right now. This is slowly becoming a problem.
Yeah. You took your hypnotoad-like eye off the ball.
Okay, retreat. Let me see. What army size is this garrison? That's significant. It's got Croxicores, right. I know what to do here. Gonna put us into Assamancy stance, and then I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Yeah. So just to summarise, you haven't started the first ritual.
Not yet.
You're 675 gold overdrawn, and you're stuck in the siege.
I'm stuck in a siege, but as soon as that siege ends, it will be like pulling a plug out of a bathtub, and everything from then will just flow as planned. As planned, Andy. Except from this. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do.
All glory to the Hypnotoad.
Oh my god. Okay, we're going to have a bit of a battle here, which is better than me actually attacking them when they're sieging. So we have 2 Dark Elf armies. Well, 3, but really about 2. So let's fight. I think everyone wants to see how this one goes.
Ooh, interesting. It's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
I don't know. I think because they have a lot of anti-large, but it's all about where they put them. It's the archers I'm kind of
You have
worried
a lot of
about.
large.
Yeah, I'm not going to gamble here. I have a significant amount of magic, so I don't need to. I'm going to start my deployment.
I always gamble if it's less than 20. Am I
Really?
doing that wrong?
I've done it before where it's like I only gamble if it's at a certain... Oh my god. Where am I going to position myself? Dark Elves are coming in here. One force. Ah, it's got the name on it. That's really useful. So I can kind of work out which one's which. Another one over here. And then there's the army in front of me. So I'm going to deploy here. With my back to the woods. I'm going to put the guys with the shields at the front. And the guys without shields at the back. I'm going to have my Coldworm Riders in the woods there. And I'm going to have my...
Use the florist to block their archers. I think that's
the
very
plan.
good advice.
That is my secret plan. And the other plan is just going to be to put MazdaMundi out here. No. Let's keep him over here.
Burning Shore, yeah, is a good read. If you like LizardMen background.
What's good about that one?
It's a book focused on the LizardMen and stuff, so which bizarrely, kind of linking into what you were saying earlier, there isn't that many.
Yeah. Alright, let's start this battle. Let's see where all these Dark Elves are hanging out.
Gamble less than 30, wow. 20 I normally
Gamble
go for.
less than 30. Who said that?
Kilovich.
He is, he made a, he put an emoji
He
at
is
the
a
end
what?
of it. He put an emoji at the end of it.
Oh,
He's
did
not
he?
being serious.
He can't be serious.
So the Dark Elves are not nice people. It's basically what I've discovered.
No,
didn't
well
know
they
this.
worship a god of murder,
Which god is that?
Cain. The bloody-handed god of Cain.
Well, I know all about Cain, but
Do
not
you?
from this universe.
Maybe it's the same.
Oh no.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
So here we are, we've got the Dark Elves coming out. We've got the Dreadlord, that's what they are called. So a lot of the lords they're unique because he's got a crossbow and he's sword infantry as well, so they're a bit of a mixture of everything.
They are. Dark Elves very much an equal opportunities employer as well. You know.
Yes, they do seem to have a lot of mixed troops.
Oh yeah. They, as long as you can kill for Cain, then
Doesn't really matter who
it
you
really doesn't matter. They're quite progressive.
I like that. Alright, it looks like they're rushing forward. They're not even waiting for their reinforcements, so with that being said, time to attack, I guess. Everyone told you only have to single click now, you don't have to double click for your charges.
Don't you?
Unless I'm completely mistaken.
No, I think you're right. It's one of those things I never really noticed myself.
Keeping my cav hidden on the wings. I'm going to bring them around though because I want those guys dead.
What about these guys?
MazdaMundi fighting away. Going to go for that Arcane Forging and I'm going to try it on the Dreadlord.
That's quite nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I haven't finished yet.
His abilities are going to take ages to charge up.
Still good 10 seconds away. Are you?
Burning away. Oh, cav up here.
I was going to say, you keep an eye on your micro.
I thought you said keep an eye on the spell. I was just like, whoa, what's going to happen? I'm going to put the Curse of Midnight down about here. I think it's time to bring out my my second wing.
The Dino Ring.
This is not quite the way I was expecting this way to go.
It's what I predicted.
Uh-huh.
I think we need to name the Dino Wing.
Chat, we need your name for the Dino Wing. Let us know. This unit took a load of damage, so I'm going to put a spell down to see if I can boost up our HP. That is going to be the cold... What spell is that, actually? That is the cold-blooded one. So here comes the Danger Wing, the Dino Wing. I can hear them calling for the beasts.
I think we can call them the Dino Bots.
I don't think we can call them that now.
No.
I don't know why. Just saying, I think there might be a
KFC.
reason for that.
KFD.
And it looks like its murderous prowess kicking off now as well. God, they've made a mess of my guys over on this wing. This is really messy. Let's think. What units? Oh my God, my temple guard again smashed. So I put my buff down, get some heal on them.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, my cav have been shattered. Some of them are still in combat, but they're not doing very well.
Have they gone to murderous? Yeah.
Everything's in murderous right now. I need to tie these down up here. I'm starting to lose control of some of my units, obviously, because they're. I
was talking to Oscar about murderous prowess because I was like, when I was playing them, I was like, I want the button. I want to be able to activate the murderous prowess.
Yeah.
But his thinking was actually it is like a second wind, and actually you shouldn't be able to control that because it's a lust for battle. And it kind of swung me around actually.
Let's go one of our battle designers. Where is that big clump at this point? Trying to pick a good time to use MazdaMundi's Comet Cazadora. I think I'm going to stick it in here. You can just see the amount of range they have.